Hello there, you fanatics. It's time to talk a little basketball. Why not? With all these trades going on, there's plenty to discuss. And let's start off with the whole Jason Kidd move from New Jersey back to Dallas, where he had some issues when Jimmy Jackson and Jamal Mashburn were there years ago. Something very different just happened in the NBA, especially in the Western Conference. There is a need to win now. For years, Dallas has been stockpiling young talent. They had a 24-year-old point guard in Devin Harris who was doing very well until he went down with an injury. Well, suddenly a change of paradigm. They want to win now. They're going to trade him away and bring in Jason Kidd, who really only has another 2, maybe 3 at the most seasons left in him. This is a guy who's 34 years old, has already had some knee injuries. So if you're in a keeper league, you do not want to invest in Jason Kidd. But at the same time, what's going to happen now? Well, his shooting percentage has been awful in New Jersey, partially because of the fact that there's not much of a center point of that offense. Sure, Vince Carter, Jason Kidd, they could both shoot the ball and score, as well as Richard Jefferson, but there's not one guy in the center who gets the ball and feeds around everyone else, allowing some outside players to get open shots. Well, that's very different now that he is in Dallas, because Dirk Nowitzki is a post-up player. Josh Howard is a guy who could drive and kick it open to an open man. That being said, Jason Kidd should have an opportunity to hit more of his shots. That doesn't mean he's going to score more points. If anything, they don't really need him to score as many points as he was putting up in his days a couple of years ago in New Jersey. Of course, this year just having a horrendous year when it comes to shooting and scoring. But very good at rebounds, very good at assists. I don't know about their turnovers, but I do think he's going to get a lot of steals as well. So I think his value is going to probably hover about where it is right now. Now, obviously, the next question is, well, what about Shaquille O'Neal? He's going to go to Phoenix. Don't expect much fantasy-wise from him. They're not getting him to be what he once was. He's not a 25-per-game type guy. He doesn't score that much. He's not going to get you more than 10 rebounds a game. They don't want him to probably play more than 25 minutes a game, because what's important most to them is having him fresh in the playoffs. So don't expect much wear and tear from now until then. If anything, look for them to ease his way into the rotation and see what he could offer in that new half-court offense that we're going to see with the Phoenix Suns for the first time in years. Well, that's all your insight for basketball for now. I'll see you next week.